Okay. Okay, so I'm going to just teach the basic isopop. You can do them in both directions, and you can do up and down, which is called a cat eye. You can go side to side, but I'm going to teach the basic isopop for right now. If you guys do want to learn the other things, just leave it in the comments that you want me to make a tutorial on it, and I will do that for you. Okay, so when I get to about 5 o'clock is when I push the hoop out. And how I'm holding my hand is gripping it palm down, so like that. And I'm holding it about right here. Okay? So turn around so we can, so like that. For those of you who are watching this way, I don't know if this makes sense or not. Hopefully it does. Okay, so, sorry kitty. Focus. Alright, so you're about at, would that be considered 5 o'clock or like 4? I don't know. Judge upon yourself. But, so what I'm going to do is an isopop. One thing to remember about isopops is it is an illusion trick as well. So you really need to use like your whole body to make it really get the effect of popping out. Because if you just stand there and like go meh, it's not going to look that cool. So you really gotta put, you know, like your arm is going to extend out and pop back in. So doing it without your hoop, you really gotta think about popping, you know? Don't just make the hoop do all the work. You gotta move with it. Alright, so you get about 4 or 5 o'clock and you're going to release the hoop, you're going to push out, and as you push out, you're releasing the hoop, kind of isolating it over the top, that awkward part, and then as you bring it back in, you're going to isolate back in. You're going to isolate the hoop back in. Okay, so that's confusing. So we're at about 5 o'clock. You're going to push out. It's going to roll. And maybe remember, when you push out, it's going over your pinky. So don't go under your thumb like that. It's going to go over your pinky. So you push out over your pinky. You're going to kind of do that little awkward part and then isolation. And you're going to isolate it back in. It looks awkward doing it slow because when you're popping it, you don't pop slow, you know? You give it a boom so it pops. Or maybe a pop, not a boom. I don't know. Whatever sound effects you might make while you're hooping. Right. So that's kind of just like the basics on isopopping. Remember, key, make sure it's rolling over your pinky and you're going whoop. So if you want to practice a few like slow steps with this, I suggest making the first one, step 1, just going from 5 o'clock, 5, 4, 5, and going like that, and kind of letting it, your wrist is going to hang kind of like this, and just kind of feel it out, you know, and go boom, and so then when you get over here, step 2 is rolling across, and then you're going to be at about 3, is this 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock. And you're isolating back in to 8 o'clock. I'm really bad with clocks, so this might really suck. But just to rewatch this a few times. I was really nervous about teaching isopops because I'm not very good at it, but I wanted to do this for you guys because I got a lot of requests on it since I do isopop a lot in my flow. So hopefully this works. So remember, over pinky, isolate back in. So all together, like that. Now for those who isolate to the right, it's going to be kind of the opposite. For that, you're going to start at about 8 o'clock, and it's going to go over. Okay, now learning with the left hand is going to be, or learning with the right hand is going to be kind of similar. It's just kind of swapping the times. So, and you're going to pop over to the left side of your body, opposed to if you're doing it with your left hand, you're going to pop over to the right side. Because when you're, I should have probably mentioned this earlier, but when you're isopopping, you're going to cross your body, like that. So left hand's going to the right side, and right hand is going to the left side. So, we're doing it with our right hand, and we're going to pop Okay, so, alright, so we're at 8 o'clock. We're going out over the pinky once again, rolling. So you're kind of changing your grip from behind the pinky and doing the isolation, like I was explaining on the other side, and isolating back in. So it's the same thing that I taught in the other direction, just switching the times and direction. So now you can do left hand and right hand. Alright, so we learned how to isopop, just a regular isopop with our left hands and our right hands. Just so you know, so you don't get confused, you can isolate to the right and the left with each hand. So it's pretty much just like using your left hand to go boom and boom. So you can do both sides. And that's when you learn the cat-eye. I think that's how you, yeah. Right. So, don't get too confused on that part. Just remember it's just the basic isopop going, you know, when to stop knocking shit over. Right, so, God, if this doesn't make sense, please be honest, because I will try to, like, redo this. This has always been a difficult one for me to explain, or even understand how I do it in general. So, let me know if, like, this just completely doesn't work at all. So yeah, if you do want to learn how to ISO... Hey, Chakra, what are you doing? Right. If you want to learn how to isolate, or isolate with the same hand in the opposite direction, let me know. If no one really cares about learning it, then I won't make a tutorial on it, but yeah. Also, if you do have a request for a tutorial, let me know, and I will find the time to make it for you, because it kind of helps making these for myself, because I'm able to understand what I do more teaching-wise. But yeah. I'm playing with wax right now. Sorry.
What you doing? Oh, it's so sweet, baby. It's so sweet, baby.